All right, WrestleMania season is here. Okay, we are right around the corner from WrestleMania. I still can't believe it. It's crazy that it's Saturday. It doesn't really feel like it's Saturday, but it really is Saturday. We have to break these matches down. I'll tell you who's going to win, and then I'll tell you why the opposite approach is wrong. Okay, or why I think is wrong, but we'll have to break it down here in a second. I believe the first match we're going to talk about here is going to be Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Let's see. It is. Okay. So why? This is an interesting one. Let's start with Rhea Ripley, okay? Why do I think... No, scratch that. Let's start with Becky Lynch. Why do I think Becky Lynch could win? Well, what's up, noob? Well, the truth of the matter is, people are tired.
I'm tired. The WWE universe is tired. Everybody is tired.
People are tired of the Rhea Ripley reign. It's been going on for way too damn long. Some people would say there's not a single memorable feud you can put to memory. Sorry to tell you the truth. I mean, it is what it is. There's not a single feud that people can remember that they can put to memory. It's not a freaking title defense that anyone has enjoyed. Let's be honest. Okay, well, most people, according to IWC. And people are ready for a change. They don't want to see another year, potentially, of this type of title reign. Rhea Ripley is very much a character who's wrapped up in the men's division. She is very much a part of the Judgment Day. And her priorities are not focused in the women's division. For the character and the writing for the character, right? In character and out of character. And people think if you put the belt on Becky Lynch, you're going to get more storytelling for the women. You're going to get more... a champion who's actually fighting for the women's division, scrapping and clawing for more representation and more time and more stories. And Becky Lynch is the person that can do that. Whereas with Rhea Ripley, you don't know what you're going to get because she's so wrapped up with the men's division. So people are hoping that it's time to move on from Rhea Ripley, put the belt on Becky Lynch so we can get real, actual stories. Because I'm sorry, like I said, to tell you the truth, the storytelling for the women with the Rhea Ripley as champion has not been good. If you ask me right now, what is Rhea Ripley's best title defense? I don't remember what happened in the Nia Jax match that much. Maybe Nia Jax match. Maybe is that 5-way in Saudi Arabia. Some people say the Natty match, her match against Natty was the best match in Raw. That's crazy, you know. That's kind of crazy, you think about it. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that beyond maybe it's time to put the belt on Becky Lynch because she's going to push it and push in a direction that's more interesting for the viewers, okay? Now, what's the case for Rhea Ripley? Well, Rhea Ripley is hot. She's on fire. She's on the rise. She's on the rise. You don't take the belt off somebody who's on the rise, okay? She's cooking right now. Her merch is selling. The fans love her. She's basically a babyface. I mean, Becky said it herself. She's being booked like a babyface. I mean, even last night, you watched Raw last night. She had the injured wrist. She fought through the security, pushed him out the way to get to Becky Lynch. A big time babyface move by Rhea Ripley last night. So she's being booked like a babyface. The fans love her. And it's not time to take the belt off of her right now because she has more to do. Namely, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has the Revenge Tour, right? There's stuff to do with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has to get that revenge or at least attempt to get the revenge. So how can you take the belt off of Rhea Ripley without telling the story of Liv Morgan trying to take everything that Rhea Ripley has? So that story is lined up for her already. So why would you take the belt off of her? This feud has not been great. Does it make sense to transition from Rhea, which is so hot? Not really. Okay. Now some would say, hey, Bianca Belair is the longest reigning champion of the modern era. Does it make sense for Rhea Ripley to break that record immediately? At this point, I'm convinced it's happening, okay? So I guess I just gave it away. I think Rhea Ripley's winning. I think Rhea Ripley has beaten Asuka at Mania. She's beaten Charlotte Flair, and now she'll beat Becky Lynch, giving her 2 4-horsewomen wins and an Asuka win at Mania, the same as Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair has beat Asuka. Bianca Belair has beat 2 horsewomen, and now it's time for Rhea Ripley to get the same treatment. I don't believe they're taking the belt off of Rhea Ripley here. I believe Rhea will retain. Now, it's interesting because it is kind of reversal. Like, I've been pushing back on the whole Becky Lynch is going to be a heel and Rhea Ripley will be the face. I've been pushing back on that. But the way this is setting up, Becky Lynch is going to be attacking the injured wrist of Rhea Ripley. That's the whole story now. She said she has a target. So now you're going to have Rhea Ripley overcoming Becky Lynch, going after her injured wrist. That is the actual storyline. So I cannot ignore that. If you're going to have Becky Lynch attacking the injury of Rhea, that's going to come off looking like a heel. Right now, they're both kind of baby faces. Maybe they do the whole entire switch. Maybe Becky Lynch does go heel in that match. It'll be interesting because you can't have Rhea Ripley be the face against Liv Morgan. That doesn't make sense. Liv Morgan is miniature, she's tiny, and she's the one that got taken out by Rhea. So it's a weird line they're doing with Rhea Ripley. It's really weird. But ultimately, I do think Rhea Ripley will win. And Becky Lynch will have to go back to the drawing board. I don't know what her direction will be after that, but I do believe Rhea Ripley will get that win. And I'm pretty confident about it. I'd say I'm 99% sure. 99% sure that Rhea Ripley will retain. Would everyone count Asuka as a horsewoman? No, but she's on that tier. She's not a horsewoman, but she's on that tier, I think. Rhea won't be the champion all year. I agree, Sean. I agree. She won't be. I don't think so. I think that's craziness. How do you book that? Like, play it out. Liv Morgan, she feuds with Liv Morgan all the way to SummerSlam, and then what? Who's she feuding with? Can't do Nia Jax. You're not gonna do Jade. I don't know. But so it's gonna be tough. I think Bianca Belair will be on Raw with Rhea Ripley, but we'll see. So I have Rhea Ripley beating Becky Lynch to maybe even open the show and retaining her title. Sorry, Becky fans, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's move it on to Sami Zayn and Gunther. Okay, so let's come from it from Gunther's perspective. Why should Gunther retain? Well, Gunther should retain because he's been a dominant IC champion, and Sami Zayn should not be beating him. Sami Zayn should be going after the world title. Maybe somebody like Chad Gable or someone else should be taking the belt off of Gunther, someone who can really benefit from that. We don't want to see Sami Zayn in the IC title picture. We want Sami Zayn to be chasing the world title. We want Sami Zayn to be chasing Drew. So maybe that's why we don't want to see that. That's pretty much the case for it. I think Gunther, that's pretty much it. It's more about Sami Zayn rather than Gunther. Like, why Gunther shouldn't drop the belt. More about his opponent, I think. Now, on the other hand, why should Sami Zayn win? Well, Gunther needs to be freed up. He's been an IC champion for a while. Maybe it's time for him to be pushing or chasing the world title. Maybe Gunther should be chasing Cody Rhodes. Maybe it's time for Gunther to get out of the mid card and start going after the world title. You can make the argument for both. Why should Gunther win? So Sami Zayn can chase the world title. Why should Sami Zayn win? So Gunther can chase the world title. It's like the same, two halves of the same coin. Okay. Who do I think is going to win? This is tough because at first I thought Gunther was going to win. But now I'm kind of nervous because they're setting it up for Sami Zayn to come across as the big time underdog. Now I still think Gunther can win it because if Gunther was going to play, if you remember, Gunther was going to face Brock Lesnar. Originally, that was the plan, and Gunther was going to beat Brock Lesnar. So it's possible that this reign could continue easily. But they're setting it up, this whole underdog storyline, to make it seem like Sami Zayn could really win this. So I don't know. I will say for right now that Gunther will retain. I don't think it makes any sense to put the belt back on Sami Zayn, that IC belt. I don't think it makes sense. I can see it going, it's like 50-50. I can see it go either way. But for right now, I'll go with Gunther retaining. I have no conviction whatsoever. I have no strong feelings on this whatsoever. It can go either way. But for right now, I'll say Gunther retains. This will be a good match. Yeah, clean loss for Gunther would be tough to see. But if anybody can do it, Sami Zayn can do it. Yeah, I don't know as well. Yeah, Pedro, I don't know. I just don't know. It go either way, but for now, I'll go Gunther because he was going to beat Brock Lesnar. So why not keep it going? I guess so. We'll go Gunther. Next match is it'll be a good match. Next match is the tag team turmoil, not really turmoil, but a tag team 6-way ladder match. Now, according to Michael Cole, we're going to split the tag titles because the match will not end until both set of titles are grabbed. So we're going to have two different titles, or two different champions here, which I love, okay? I'm not going to go through every one of these people in this time and like make the case, but what I will say is I believe we're going to have a heel champion and a babyface champion. So what does that mean? That means that we're going to have Awesome Truth win, and we're going to have 8-Town Down Under be champions. So that's how it's going to work. I do not believe that Judgment Day will retain. Sorry, Finn. Sorry, Priest. Priest, you have to go cash in the title. Cash in your Money in the Bank. Okay, no, sorry, it's over for you, Priest, as tag team champions. It's been a long enough run. Time to move on. Let's see someone else be champion now. R-Truth, because Awesome Truth, because R-Truth is so damn over right now. He's so popular. That's your babyface champion. Then give Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. They've been doing good work, good heel stuff. They've been having fun out there. Now it's time for them to actually have a run here, okay, with the tag titles. So you have them go to SmackDown. If Awesome Truth go to Raw, then we'll get the draft. We'll see how that shakes up. That's how I see it right now. Awesome Truth and 8-Town Down Under are your new tag team champions. DIY, sorry, you can wait. New Day, you've been there, done that. New Catch Republic, I think that's the name. Not really feeling you guys, so yeah. Truth and Miz get the Raw titles, and 8-Town, yeah, same, I agree. That's what I think it's going to be. Sorry, Finn, and sorry, Damian Priest. Yes, it should be a fun match. Really fun match. Might steal the show. Might be match of the night. Honestly, it really could easily. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it should be fun. All right, let's move on to. I mean, it feels correct, you know. It feels correct. This matchup, like R-Truth, Awesome Truth, and 8-Town Down Under, it feels correct, you know. Feels correct.
Feels correct. Feels correct.
I agree. Definitely feels correct. Let's move on to the next one. All right. It'll be a good match. Exactly. It will be. Up, Trident Expressway. Let's move on to the next match. So I already covered. I'll tell you what I covered earlier. I'll do a recap of everything at the end. Moving on. The beginning of the video the audio is crap because I was playing the desktop. The desktop audio was playing, so yeah, it kind of sucks. But the very few couple minutes. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be the match that brothers have been dreaming about for years since they were kids. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Making the case for Jimmy is going to be tough because honestly, I cannot think of a good reason why Jimmy should win this match. This should be Jay. Main event, Jay Uso should be retaining, should be winning. This is a non-title, folks, non-title. Jimmy has been a good heel, funny stuff, but I think Jay needs to win this. I see no reason why Jimmy should win. Jay Uso should get this win, beat his brother in night one, and maybe move on to get a title of some sort. Would that be a mid-card title or a chance at the world title? I don't know. But this should propel Jay to move on and be his own man and go after actual. He's over as hell. He's over as hell. Put a belt on Jay after this match. But I think Jay has to win. I could try to come up with a reason why Jimmy should win, but I can't. Jay Uso is undoubtedly winning. Yeah. There's no reason for him to win. There's zero. There's absolutely zero reason for him to win. I am going with Jay to win this. I feel pretty good about it. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, it should be a fun match. Two brothers living out their childhood dreams. Maybe at the end, is it possible we can get a turn from Jimmy, or the both of them hug each other at the end, say, "Look what we made it. We made it, brother. We made it, Oos. Look what we made it. We made it all the way to here, singles match. Maybe we'll get an embrace or coming together. We'll see. But I think this is going to be a good match, emotional match. They're going to bring all the emotion out, and I think there could be a turn from Jimmy. It could be a turn from Jimmy. We'll see. Jimmy Uso winning because I see Jimmy, or see him being a trilogy. I don't know if I want to see another Mania match. I see Jay winning this one, Jimmy winning another one, and then Jay winning the last one. But the first one, I think I can't. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Oos. I don't know about that one. Yeah, if it's gonna be a trilogy, then let Jay win the first one. I agree. Yeah, I'd be shocked if Jimmy wins. I'd be shocked, genuinely. But it's another good match. It should be fun, but I'm going with Jay for sure. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh boy. This is the 6-woman tag match that I've had so much to say about this over the last couple weeks. All right, so here's my thoughts on 6-woman tag matches. Well, let's hear what Stephanie McMahon had to say first.
And not that
It's
there's
crazy.
anything wrong with 6 women tags, but I'm grateful that we've evolved from that, and that you guys are now the feature and blowing it up in every way.
Yeah, so
you.
Stephanie McMahon is not a big fan of 6-woman tags. I'm not a big fan of them myself. I think the talent in here, there's different ways you could have worked this talent. Bianca could have had a singles match. Could have had Jade have an awesome spot. Could have had the Kabuki Warriors actually have defend their tag team titles against the Unholy Union, against the Life of the Party. There's other things you could have done here. At the same time, I will admit, once the visual came out of Bianca, Naomi, and Jade standing there in the middle of that ring, pointing to the Mania sign, and watching the reaction I saw online from people, and how they were touched and taken aback, and how the cultural impact and what it meant to them, I will confess that maybe that was worth it. Okay, them being together and having that moment was worth it. I won't fight it anymore. I won't fight it. I was wrong in terms of that. Okay, that visual of all three of them together was massive for a lot of people, and after a while, I started seeing it myself. Like, yeah, this is a really cool moment. Me liking Bianca Belair to have her singles matches should not be overtaking what's happening on the screen with these 3 women together. Okay, as long as it doesn't last longer than this, I'm good with it. If this becomes like an actual faction that lasts long, then I'm be annoyed, because these women are stars on their own. They should not be tag teaming for a long period of time. All right, that's just my thought. This should be a one-off and let them move on. Okay, let them move on. Now, Bianca here's another thing with Bianca, okay? Here's the issue.
Damage Control, I've been feuding with them for, it feels like, a decade.
She feuded with them for forever. Okay, she said it herself plenty of times. Enough. This is it. So many times Bianca Belair has talked about, oh, I'm finishing. I'm gonna take out Damage Control. Girl, you've been taking out Damage Control for 2 years. They don't die. It's no taking them out. They keep coming back. Okay, so whenever they say, oh, we're gonna take out Damage Control, it feels like filler. It feels like nonsense. Like you're not taking them out. Okay, guess what? Spoiler alert. When Bianca Belair, Jade, and Naomi win this match, they won't be taking them out. Okay, they'll still be around. Okay. They won't be over for Damage Control, all right? There's no taking them out. Every damn match we're taking them out. No, they're not going to be taking them out, all right? This match has no stakes. But again, I have accepted that culturally and the moment and that visual was worth it. Fine. Jade needs a match for the show. Want her to be in a tag team match. That way you can you can more protect her and you can organize the match to highlight her strengths and shade away from her weaknesses. Fine. Okay. I accepted it. Now, this match, let me make the case for Damage Control. Asuka winning at Mania. That's it. That's the case. Asuka winning. I got nothing else. Jade should not be losing her first Mania match. Bianca has a winning streak at Mania. This is a foregone conclusion, folks. This is a foregone conclusion. No way in hell you can convince me that Jade, Bianca, and Naomi are losing this match. This is how this is going to go. Naomi is going to be getting her ass kicked, and Bianca going to be out or whatever. Then they're going to make the big hot tag to Jade. She's going to come in, big crowd reaction, and she's going to wreak havoc. She's going to go crazy, and it's going to be a big moment for Jade. She's going to hit the Jaded on probably Kyrie or probably Dakota. 1, 2, 3, Jaded wins. If anything, the post-match will be interesting. Maybe Jade turns heel. There's people who think Bianca will turn heel. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Bianca's not turning heel. But Jade could turn heel potentially because Jade doesn't have a relationship with Bianca and Naomi. Jade is a newcomer. We haven't seen Bianca and have a conversation with Jade on TV, like a real conversation. We haven't seen Naomi and Jade have a real conversation. She just helped them out because she hates Damage Control, I guess. We don't know. We don't know what her actual motives are. She didn't tell us that. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not hating on this match anymore. There's not a chance in hell that Jade and Bianca lose this match. It's all going pretty in a clear direction. Damage Control loses. Yeah, that's the logical conclusion, that Jade loves her sisters. That's it. But what will happen after the match? I don't know. This match will probably last 15 minutes. I agree. 15 minutes. Bianca wants to be away from Damage Control. I agree. But hopefully this is it for her in the Damage Control hellhole. And hopefully Damage Control will get... Pitting them against Bianca Belair over and over again, they want to keep Bianca strong, so Bianca keeps winning. If Damage Control were against someone else, they'll get more wins. I mean, they're winning to be fair, they won last night, right, on Raw. They beat Shayna, Zoe, and Tika. So they're winning. They're winning, just not against Bianca and the crew, which I understand. Get them facing someone else, okay? It's time to move on. Yes, Bianca should go back to the singles division. I agree. Enough of this nonsense, okay? All right? Jade needs to be a singles competitor as well. Now, you can do Jade and Naomi as a tag team for a little bit if you want. If you don't want Jade to be in singles matches, you can do Naomi and Jade, and that can have a falling out. But Bianca Belair is a singles competitor. She should be facing the Tiffany's, the Nia Jax, the Rhea Ripleys, okay? Stop wasting her talent. Stop wasting her time with this Damage Control nonsense. Let's move on. Yeah, I agree, Trident Expressway. I agree. The best case scenario for this match was not tag titles. I saw some people kind of disappointed that it wasn't Bianca and Jade going for the tag titles or Bianca and Naomi going for the tag titles. That's crazy. We don't need Bianca in the tag team division. That's nonsense. Build actual tag teams. You got the Unholy Union. Maybe you had the show in freaking in Scotland. Got a show coming up, the Clash of the Castle in Scotland. Perhaps you build up the Unholy Union, have them chase the Kabuki Warriors, you got the life of the party, build up the tag team division. Stop taking top tier single stars and forcing them into tag teams that we know will end very soon. It's just not smart. But Naomi and Jade, if you don't have any plans for Naomi and Jade, you can have them together for a bit. I don't like the idea of them winning the tag titles, but I can see them having an issue later on maybe. But I don't love the idea of having them have the tag titles either, unless you're going to have them be the tag team champions for a long time. Let the Kabuki Warriors run with that tag team division for a while. Build up some actual tag teams. Like Clash of the Castle is the perfect time to highlight the tag team division with the Unholy Union getting that big reaction from the crowd. That'd be so great. Do that. And quite honestly, the Kabuki Warriors are probably going to hold the belts all the way until Clash of the Castle or even SummerSlam. I would hope. Let them have an actual run. That's why I'm happy they didn't have to defend it. Well, I'm not happy they didn't have to defend it. I would love for them to defend it at Mania against the Unholy Union or Life of the Party. But I do not want them to defend it against a combination of Jade, Naomi, or Bianca. That I don't want. Asuka going back to NXT at this point is pointless. She's established. She doesn't have that many years left. Only way she goes back to NXT is for like a match or two, just to work with the young folk. But she should not be in the NXT for a long period of time. Asuka and Kyrie are fine what they're doing. They're traveling to NXT to defend the tag titles. They're on Raw. They're on SmackDown. They're traveling more than anyone else, really, if you noticed. The Judgment Day and Damage Control, they're all around because they had those tag titles. But now, the tag titles for the men will be splits. So now Damage Control, they'll be doing the most travel. Asuka and Kyrie, they're being asked to do a lot. They're like really going around NXT, SmackDown, Raw. They're all over the place because the women's tag team titles, they float. So they put in the most miles. So if you're going to have them going around doing all that work, keep the titles on them. Let them run with that. So at least they're champions while doing that, you know? You know? You wouldn't mind seeing Naomi and Jade with the tag titles? I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. They're too dominant. Jade is too dominant. I don't think the way they're portraying her like a superhero gonna be tough, man. I don't see them putting Jade in the tag team division for very long. If they do, it'll speak to how they think of her. It'll speak to how they believe she's really not ready for singles. That's the only way. If she has a long stay in the tag team division, that speaks to how they feel about her singles for sure. And I don't really think it's really that big of a deal. Let's move on. Bianca, Jade, Naomi win, of course. This is easy. No ifs, ands, or buts or coconuts about it. All right. Let's move on to the next match, which is probably my least anticipated match of the night. The who gives a damn match, you know? What are we doing with this match? What are we doing? Triple H, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing, KO. I don't know. This match, Dominic Mysterio should win. Dominic should win. Why? Because he lost last year. That's it. Dragon Lee, I feel for the guy. The crowd wanted Carlito. They brought out Dragon Lee. Rey Mysterio has nobody to blame but himself. If Carlito turns on Rey Mysterio, It is his own fault. It's his own fault, okay? Carlito standing right there. He could have picked Carlito, but he went with Dragon Lee. So Carlito turns around and turns on Ray. It's his own fault. He keeps doing it. He left Santos behind. He left Carlito not being picked for Mania, okay? Everybody's turning on Ray, and he's doing it to himself. Rey Mysterio, stop ignoring your friends. You ignored Santos. You ignored Carlito for Dragon Lee. Stop doing that. If Carlito comes out there and turns on Ray, it's his own fault. He's doing it to himself. Dragon Lee is a great talent, and it makes sense aesthetically. It makes sense. Look at the mask. He's like the heir apparent. That's cool. I think Dominic Mysterio and Santos should win, which would mean, because I have Rhea winning, so Dom wins, Rhea wins, and then Finn and Damian Priest lose. So it's half and half for Judgment Day. But yeah, I don't see any reason why Dom should lose again. I think this time he should win. Probably be some shenanigans, Definitely be some shenanigans. But I'm fine with that. Let Dom win. Faction versus faction. That might have been too messy. 4-on-4. That might have been a little too messy. They probably wanted a more cleaner match. So they went with these two. Santos, I like what they're doing with Dominic on Raw, though. Dominic, he's flirting with he's still with the Judgment Day, but he's working with Legado, and he's trying to bring in Andrade. He's talking to Andrade. He's talking to Santos. He's in the Judgment Day. Dominic is getting a little interesting on Raw. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do, what he's working. Like, that's interesting. What they're doing with Dominic is interesting. So that's good. I see no reason why Ray should win this. Dominic gets a win. So last year Ray wins last year. This year Dominic wins. Then you have the trilogy, which might be Ray's last match for all we know. Next year, maybe get a cage match with Ray and Dom, and maybe Dom wins, and Ray puts over his son. Who knows? Or maybe Ray wins for his last match. I don't know. But I think this is working towards a WrestleMania trilogy. Ray won the first one. Dom wins the second one. Then we get the third one next year. Judgment Day might be more interesting than Damage Control right now. I think they are. For sure they are. The Damage Control story is good, but the group themselves right now, which is Io, Dakota, Asuka, and Kyrie, they're not that interesting as a group themselves. The Judgment Day group, that dynamic, the intrigue, that's more interesting. Like, the group is more interesting. You can argue the overall story involving Bayley and Bianca and all that you can argue that's more compelling or interesting or better told. But I think the group of Judgment Day is more interesting. Is what's going on with Dominic. Damon hates Rhea Ripley, I think. He hates that she's a leader. He always have at least snide comments toward her. Dominic Mysterio, he's messing around. You know what he's doing. Finn, you could argue that Finn is the least interesting. Finn is just there. So I've noticed, Finn is just there. Finn is not that interesting, but Dominic is interesting. Damian Priest is interesting, and Rhea is like trying to hold it all together, but Finn is just there. I don't know what the hell Finn is doing. You think Finn will blow it up? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. There's another member of Judgment Day. There's another member. The only person who's not on the damn card, JD. He's the only member of Judgment Day who's not on the card. He might. Here's my prediction. They're gonna work JD into it by having him interfere in the match with Ray. So this match we're looking at right here, JD will interfere in this match. And that's how he'll get on the show. He's the only member of Judgment Day that does not have a match, so they'll get JD on the match through this match. They'll get him on the show through this match, I think. Dominic is winning unless we get antics. Yeah, I agree. Will Damian cash in at WrestleMania? We'll talk about that on night 2. When we get to night 2, we'll talk about that. It's possible. If not, they need to have him get really beat up in a ladder match. That way, that's the explanation as to why he doesn't try to cash in. Because if he gets really taken out, really hurt, incapacitated on night 1, that could explain why he doesn't come out and do anything on night 2. Because he could come in and interfere in Cody's match. He could come in and interfere in Seth Rollins' match. So you want to explain why he doesn't get involved, then you say, okay, he got taken out night 1. That'll explain it, you know? All right, Dominic wins. Clear cut, obvious, I think. Moving on to the big main event. I think this is a foregone conclusion. But let's make the case. This is what I've been waiting for right here. This match is what we've been waiting for based on all the storylines we've been having all year, you know?
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly, I don't mean to sound like Cat Williams, but this is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Right. This is it, folks. The big main event match for The Rock. The Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody. Let's make the case for Seth and Cody. I don't have a case. Sorry, I don't have one. It's clear cut. The Rock and Roman have to win this. 1, The Rock's not losing a Mania in the first match. That's not happening. That's number 1. 2, you have to stack the odds for Cody. Cody has to overcome the odds, okay? So you want bloodline rules. So if The Rock and Roman wins, then it's anything goes, no DQ, bloodline rules for the big match. And that's what you want. So it's obvious what's happening here. The Rock and Roman will win. That'll set up bloodline rules. Then you have Cody Rhodes trying to overcome the odds in the main event. Maybe get like some interference from everyone. Like Cena, for all we know. Stone Cold might get involved. The Rock will get involved. It's gonna be cinema. It's gonna be cinema. Like it really will. Like I believe. Well, that's night 2. That's night 2. Let's focus on night 1. Night 1. You need Roman and The Rock to win. Simple as that. To set up what happens next night. Will Seth Rollins come out injured potentially? If Seth Rollins comes out injured, that will explain his disadvantage against Drew McIntyre. If you need to protect Seth in that way, that will explain it. Okay, I got injured in the main event. They've been talking about it. That explains why Seth is compromised, so on and so forth, right? Cody Rhodes needs more adversity. He needs to lose. I would have Roman pin Cody. You have Roman pin Cody on night 1. The ultimate level of adversity. Don't have The Rock do it. Don't have Seth get pinned. You have to have Roman Reigns pin Cody to really make it seem like he's screwed and he doesn't have a chance and he's down on his luck and you have to overcome the odds. You have Roman pin Cody night 1. Then Cody pins Roman night 2. That's what you do. Okay. All right. But yeah, there's not much to say here. I think it's obvious. The Rock and Roman has to win this. Well, yeah, that'll be the reason. But they've teased the bloodline rules so much. They've teased it so much. You can't go back. They've teased it too much. Talk about how, it's going to be bloodline rules if you lose. Yeah, and you don't have... Who's going to take the pin? Think about that. Who's going to take the pin? Roman? You're going to have Roman take the pin on night 1? No. Is The Rock going to take the pin? No. That makes sense. You can't have The Rock or Roman take the pin here. It doesn't make sense. The final boss is going to take the pin? No. Not going to pin the champion. So it's got to be Cody. Don't let Seth get pinned. That's dumb. Don't let Seth get pinned. Because if Seth gets pinned one night, he's get pinned the next night. That's silly. Let that be Drew's pin. If Drew's going to win, let Drew get the pin on Seth. It has to be Cody. And it's okay for it to be Cody, because Cody's going to get that win back the next night. Lock it in. Obvious. Roman Reigns pins Cody night 1. That's what I would do. Then he has the ultimate level of adversity an ultimate level of triumph by coming back and winning the next night. That's what you do. Clear cut. I mean, I don't think there's any debate here. It's a lock. Roman and The Rock win. Clear cut. Let's move on to the next match. This could very well be the opener, folks. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has been doing the best work of his career. The best work of his career has happened over the last 3 months. Great stuff from Drew. Seth Rollins has been a champion for a while. I think it's time to take the belt off of Drew. But let's make the case. Why should Seth off of Drew? Off of Seth, I meant. But let's make the case. Why should Seth retain? Why should Seth retain? I got nothing. He should retain so Damian Priest can cash in on him. That's the only thing I can think about. If you're gonna have Seth retain, you have Drew immediately come, not Drew, but you have Damian Priest immediately come down and cash in on him. That's what you do. I can't think of any other reason why Seth would retain here. I can't think of anything. Maybe you guys in the chat can think of something. But I think Drew needs to win. Drew should win. Let Drew go into Clash of the Castle as champion this time. That's what has to happen. I don't think Seth should retain here. Seth needs to move on from this title and maybe chase Cody Rhodes down the line. I think Drew has earned it this time. He has earned this moment. Great work from Drew. And you're setting up Drew versus CM Punk. CM Punk and Drew have this feud. Once CM Punk comes back, Drew is champion right there waiting for him. That's the story. It's obvious, clear cut. Drew is champion. Now, there is a possibility that Damian Priest could cash in. That would really mess with Drew's push, you know. At this point, it may be best for Damian Priest to not cash in night 2 at all. Let Drew have his moment in front of fans and let him carry that belt into Clash of the Castle. Let him carry that belt when CM Punk comes back from his injury. Because according to CM Punk, he won't be out that long. So there you have it. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre right there. You think the Judgment Day cost him the cash in? I got Drew winning. That's interesting. You think Judgment Day is going to screw it for him? So you think he's going to have a failed cash in? A failed cash in for Damian Priest. Wow. 3 title changes on night 1, huh? We're going to get to that in a second, David. That is concerning for me. That is concerning. That they're going to have potentially 3 title changes. But we'll talk about that when we get to Io versus Bayley. But I think Drew's got to win this. He's got to win this. He's got to win. It would suck for Damian Priest to fail his cash in. It really would suck. So maybe you hold off on that. Maybe hold off. But the problem with that is, the more I think about it, the more likely I think he fails his cash in, because you want Drew McIntyre to be champion. When is Money in the Bank? When is Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank 2024. Money in the Bank 2024 is July. Clash of the Castle, Clash of the Castle is in June. Money in the Bank is July. You could have Drew McIntyre go to Clash of the Castle with the belt, have a big moment in Scotland, and then he could drop the belt to Damian Priest at Money in the Bank, or before Money in the Bank, because he has a calendar year to do it. So he has up until Money in the Bank to cash in that thing. The problem is you have a built-in feud with CM Punk waiting. So you want Drew to be champion when CM Punk comes back. That's what you want. You want Punk versus Drew for the title, potentially. You want Cody Rhodes to have a belt for a while, right? More I think about it, maybe Drew McIntyre cashes in on Gunther. It would kind of suck, kind of be lame, but maybe that's what you do. You have, because there was that one time where there's a little bit of friction between Damian Priest and Gunther. So you have Damian Priest cash in on Gunther. How you guys feel about that? How would you feel about Damian Priest cashing in on Gunther? How would you feel about that? It's not the best idea. I don't love it. But how would you feel about Damian Priest cashing in on Gunther? I ask. Okay. Kind of sucked for Damian. But it's still a big win. That's absolutely not happening. With him cashing in on Gunther, you saying? Priest should not cash in on a mid-card. I agree. But I'm looking at it like Drew McIntyre had to have a run. He's doing too much good work. You got CM Punk coming back. So Drew's kind of like lined up. You have Cody Rhodes. You're not going to have him take the belt off Cody Rhodes, are you? So it's either fail cash in, you're going to fail, or you're going to take it off of Gunther. Yeah, the men's Money in the Bank has been a joke. Yeah. If you're going to put here's the thing. If you're going to put the Money on the Bank on somebody, put it on someone you actually want to be champion. Like, really put it on someone that you're going to push to be champion. Because it seems like they don't want to pull the trigger. And if you don't want to pull the trigger, why did you even bother putting why did you even bother putting the briefcase on Damian Priest? Why? Why did you even bother? If you don't trust this man to be champion, why did you even bother putting it on him? I don't see the upside in that. If he's never going to be world champion, why did you even bother? Now, I think LA Knight, people say, oh, LA Knight should have won. LA Knight would have been the same situation as Damian Priest. Same situation. They're not going to put the belt on LA Knight when they have Drew McIntyre with the championship or with Cody Rhodes. So it is what it is, man. I don't know what's going on with Damian Priest, man. But I feel for him. I don't want him to cash in on a mid-card title. But I guess he has to fail it. We're going to have a failed cash in for Damian Priest, which is going to suck. It's going to suck. Maybe we'll make it up to him somehow. I don't know. But they're building him up strong. Like last night, he looked very strong in that tag match. So we'll see. That's a wild card. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Damian Priest is a big wild card for me. And the IC title match with Gunther and Sami Zayn, that's another wild card. We don't know. But Drew McIntyre should beat Seth Rollins for sure. That should happen. Let's move on. Oh, here it is. Here it is, folks. Here it is. Now, here's a problem, folks. This is a problem. We already have Drew McIntyre winning the belt. I believe Cody Rhodes is going to win the belt. Are you going to have 3 title changes on one night? Are you going to have not 1, not 2, but 3 title changes? Now, there's a rumor. There was a rumor that Triple H really wanted this match on night 1. He really, really wanted it. But Nick Khan wanted it on night 2. Could the reason be because he knew this was going to be a title change and he wanted the title change on night 1? Could that be a reason? The reason why he wanted this match on night 1 is because he wanted there to be a title change on night 1. He didn't want to load up night 2 with title changes. If that's the case, there's still a chance that Bayley could win this. But I don't love the idea of having 3. That's what's really throwing me off. The 3 of them. Not 1, not 2, but 3? 3 title changes on night 2? That's crazy. It's possible, of course, it's possible. But do you really want Bayley's moment to be overshadowed by Cody's? That's what's going to happen. Yeah, it's tough, man. I was so sure that Bayley was going to win, but now I'm not so sure because of that. Okay, so let's make the case for Io. What's the case? Why should Io retain? Io should retain because they're trying to push the popularity of WWE in the Asian markets, and Io being champion in Japan for Japan is what they're trying to market over there, and you can further push the WWE brand with Io as champion. I guess that's all I got. I can't think of any other reason why Io will retain. Io has been a background character in the Damage Control story. She's been irrelevant for months. She's been in the background. She's not really talking very much. The last promo she gave on live mic, I can't remember. She's doing backstage edited promos with subtitles, which is good. But ultimately, I think they're going to want their champion to be like more front facing. Io Sky is not front facing, even in her own faction. That is Dakota Kai. So I believe it's possible that they're looking to put the belt on Bayley, and Bayley will then push on and carry on as champion. They said that 2024 would be Bayley's year. She wins the Royal Rumble, and she wins that championship off of Io. I think that's the direction to go. I think that's the right call. I want to pick Bayley. The only reason why I think Io can win is because of the match card. And that's not really a reason why I should make a call, right? If I believe Io should win because of storyline reasons or booking reasons, that's one thing. But to say that Io is going to win because there's already 2 championship matches happening, or 2 new championships being new championships. 2 new champions being dubbed or being like I can't think of the word I'm looking for. 2 new champions basically on the show. 2 new champions. It can be 3. There can be 3. 2 new reigns can happen, and another one. So I'm gonna say that Bayley wins, even though I am concerned with how many title changes are happening on that card that I'm predicting will happen. But for now, I'll stick with Bayley. I can't think of a good reason beyond the Asian market as to why Io Sky should retain. So I'll go with Bayley to be the new champion coming after Mania. Asuka is a way bigger marketing machine than Io. I agree. There's no reason why she should retain, which is why I have her at 90%. 90% likelihood that Bayley wins the belt off of Io. I can't think of a good reason why. I think it's over. I mean, let's play it out. Let's say Io retains. Then what? She won. Maybe she wins by cheating. So Bayley has another chance to like, oh, I have another. I deserve another shot at the title. Maybe, you know. Maybe she fights at Backlash again. But why? Like, why? Why though? What's the story there? It's more compelling if Io drops the belt than if Io retains. I think it's over. I think Io Sky's reign has been long enough. Longer than most first reigns. Longer than Bianca's first reign. Longer than Rhea's first reign. You know. Longer than Becky's first reign. She had a longer reign than a lot of top tier talents. So Io Sky had a good run for her. It's time to change that belt location and put it on Bayley's waist. Bayley winning has the highest betting odds. Wow. Yeah, I don't think it makes any sense for Io to retain. Reddit disagrees. You go to Reddit, they're all saying that Io will retain. I don't see it. I don't see the storyline reason why that would happen. I think it's clear cut that Bayley should win. We'll just have 3 title changes. That's all. 3 title changes. I mean, they could have put this on night 1. Why didn't they put this on night 1? Did Becky Lynch request night 1? They could have put this on night 1 and Rhea versus Becky on night 2. So it is what it is. I think that Bayley will win for sure. That's what should happen at least. Reddit's full of Joshi stands. I guess. I think people think Io is retaining because of damage control. Reddit is a Joshi heaven. Ignore them. I guess. I mean, I guess we'll find out. So this is AJ Styles versus LA Knight. This is probably my least anticipated match. I don't care about this match at all. No stakes. It's a make right match. Basically, LA Knight was left off the card last year. AJ Styles was left off the card last year. They want them to have a match this year. Fine. This is why this is happening. Whatever. LA Knight should win. He's the babyface that's over. They have LA Knight win, and we move on with our lives. I don't care about this match one bit. If I had to miss a match, it'd be this one. If I had to skip a match, it'd be this one. I don't care. Not invested. Not interested. They probably should have added a stipulation. Maybe a street match or a hardcore match or a ladder match or something to spice this up. But a straight up one-on-one match, I don't care. I'm sure it'll be fun. It'll be well worked and well booked. But I'm just not invested in this match whatsoever. Maybe you guys are. You tell me. LA Knight wins. I agree. I just don't care. Just don't care. Nothing about this excites me. All right, there's nothing here for me. So I say LA Knight wins. Boring match. This match is boring. They could replace it with another women's match. I agree. This is a match they could replace with a women's match. But Liv Morgan on the card. Get Nia Jax on the card. Get Tiffany on the card. Whatever. Like someone else. This is it's a big fat nothing. Winner gets sponsorship match to Liv Slim Jim. Maybe. This match had a legit build. Too many people disrespecting LA Knight in this match. People just don't like this match because LA Knight isn't in a title feud. No, I'm just not invested in the story I'm just not invested in the story. That's all. I know why AJ Styles hates LA Knight. I just don't care. This match should have been replaced with Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. Would have made more sense. Yeah, especially because of the Royal Rumble interaction. I agree. AJ Styles is winning, to be honest. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. There's no stakes. I think LA Knight will win just because he's a babyface, but that's it. I can't think of another reason. Maybe you could say AJ Styles needs to win because AJ Styles needs another push for the championship. So he beats LA Knight. Then you can do AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes down the line. So if you want to propel one to the championship spot, it's a big win on a Mania stage. LA Knight wins. He goes to face Drew McIntyre. AJ Styles wins. He goes and face Cody Rhodes. That's the story there. But beyond that, I got nothing. But yeah, so that's that. LA Knight wins. It could go either way. Don't really care. Not invested one bit. Here we have Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul versus Randy Orton. I think this also is pretty straightforward, I believe. Are you going to put the belt on Randy Orton, the U.S. title? I don't think so. Randy Orton is not a mid-card guy. You don't put that belt on Randy Orton, I don't think. You put it on Kevin Owens? Maybe. But what's the benefit there? What are you gaining? I don't love it. I think Logan Paul retains. He got the big show in Cleveland in his hometown. He'll be a big time match. He'll have a big time match in Cleveland in SummerSlam. He's carrying the title well. He's on the TV all the time. He's promoting WWE, doing a good job in promotion, and like Prime, it will be a sponsor going forward for the PLEs. Why would you put the belt on someone else? He's carrying it well. He's a good baby, a good heel. He's a good worker. He's doing a good job. Logan Paul retains. I think it's pretty clear cut. I believe that KO will get pinned. They'll preserve Randy Orton, and it'll be a good match though. Really good match. But I think Logan Paul should retain here. I don't see why either of them would win the belt. I don't. Right. Logan Paul retaining and losing in Cleveland, that makes sense to me. You have Randy Orton winning, huh? Interesting. If Logan Paul retains, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. He is. I think he's doing pretty good. I like Logan Paul as a WWE superstar. I like him as a talent. I like him. He did a good job. But I think he retains, because why else would you have it? And here's the thing. It's a triple threat match. That means shenanigans, no disqualifications, KSI, his brother will get involved. You're going to get Jake Paul out here. I would not be surprised one bit if Jake Paul is out here interfering in this match. You'll get KSI. You'll get Jake Paul. We're going to get someone else, some other random celebrity that he's friend with, some other YouTuber or TikToker, I believe it makes all the sense in the world to have Logan and Paul win. Yeah, KSI coming out again, something like that. And I like that idea. Yeah, it's all right. I don't love the idea, but shenanigans. It's a triple threat match. The reason why you do triple threat match is so you have a bunch of shenanigans. That's what's going to happen. A lot of interference. It could be a fun match. It might be a really fun match. Randy Orton is over. Kevin Owens is over. Logan Paul is a heel that people like to boo. It'll be a good match. But I have Logan Paul retaining. What say you? Do you disagree? I think it's pretty clear cut. Yeah, another sleeper match. Yeah, this could be a big match of the night contender. Really, truly, match of the night contender for sure. Do me a favor and hit the like button. If you can hear my voice, tap the like button for me if you don't mind. Hit that like button. In terms of wrestling, they could perform. Yeah, they all can perform very well. I think it'll be a good one. No complaints from me. I got Logan Paul retaining. Good match. Good booking for the match. Smart to make this match the way it is. Plenty of interference happening. Logan Paul retains. Then we have a match that got added last. The Final Testament taking on the Pride, aka Bobby Lashley, Montez, and Angelo Dawkins. Because this is a street fight, that's what's saving this match for me. Because it's a street fight, this has potential to be a banker because of the boys on the left, okay? Because of Montez, Bobby Lashley, and Angelo Dawkins, they're going to put on a show. They're going to showcase their strength and their athleticism. I think we're in for a good match because of those folk on the left, okay? The left of this image, Montez, Angelo, and Bobby Lashley, I think they're going to cook. I think they have a point to prove, and I think this match will be good because of them. I like the street fight aspect. Plenty of weapons, plenty of chaos. Scarlett will get involved. B-Fab will get involved. And it'll be fun. Fun match. Hopefully the feud will be over after this, because a lot of people have not enjoyed this feud. A lot of people have been disappointed with it. They're not behind Karrion Kross in the Final Testament. It pays to be in a faction. If you are in a faction, Triple H will get you on the card, it appears. So good on them. Good on Bobby, good on Karrion Kross for being in a faction, getting on the card. Good on them. But I do believe Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, I do believe they should win for sure. Give the win to Bobby Lashley, Montez, and Angelo Dawkins. Perfect for them. The feud wasn't the best, but I do believe B-Fab and Scarlett will get involved. So they'll be on the card, or they'll be on the screen at least. Yeah, Karrion Kross and his little group has not hit for a lot of people. It has been disappointing for a lot of people, but I think they're going to put on a decent show. If it wasn't for the street fight aspect, this could potentially be like the worst, like my least anticipated. But because of the street fights aspect, I believe this could be a good match. You would like more factions versus factions in the future? Well, Triple H loves him some factions, so we're gonna get more. I wonder what will be the next faction that he creates, honestly. But yeah, this will be a good match. This will be a good match. I think the talent will try their hardest to show out, and I believe in the Street Profits. I believe in Bobby Lashley. This should be good. But yeah, I think they should win. The Pride should win. Have they called themselves the Pride on TV? I don't think so. They've never called themselves the Pride, but I think they won. The Pride will get that win, I believe. And we can move on to the main event of the damn show. This is the lock. This is a lock for me. I have Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns. Now, the question is, why should Roman retain? Roman should retain because WWE is hot. The product is hot, and he's leading the way. Numbers are high through the roof. The bloodline is a hot angle. The fans are enjoying the bloodline. And he was going to face The Rock anyway. Was he going to beat The Rock? Maybe. And if that's the case, they had a plan for him to extend this reign. So why not just continue on? Let him break Hulk Hogan's record. The product is hot. The fans are enjoying the product. Let him continue on as champion and see how far it goes. That's one way you could look at it. I don't know if is there anything else beyond that? I don't think so. That'd be a case for Roman Reigns. For Cody Rhodes, I believe it's quite clear that Cody Rhodes, we're tired, okay? The WWE universe is tired. And it feels correct.
Feels correct. Feels correct.
It feels correct that it's time that Cody Rhodes win the damn belt. Because we're tired.
I'm tired. The WWE universe is tired. Everybody is tired.
Tired of the part-time champion. We're tired of the bloodline storyline. In a way it is, like in its current state. And it's time that Cody Rhodes finishes his damn story. People wanted him to finish it last year. Didn't happen. Now it's time. We waited an entire year of not great booking from Cody Rhodes' perspective. We still don't know why Brock Lesnar attacked Cody Rhodes. That was never explained. We do not know why Brock Lesnar attacked Cody Rhodes, okay? Cody Rhodes' storytelling going all the way to Rumble was not good, all right? It's time to move on. It's time to put the belt on Cody Rhodes and tell a new story. The Rock said that Cody Rhodes will not get another chance. This is it. The Rock said this is it. So if this is it, he has to win. He has to win. There's no choice but to put the belt on this man. Do I believe The Rock is going to cost Roman the Reigns? I did at first. I believed that at first. Now, not so much. But The Rock has really leaned into the final boss heel character. And now I'm not so sure. Do I believe that The Rock likes Roman Reigns? No, I do not. Do I think The Rock will turn on Roman Reigns? Yes, I do. Do I think The Rock will cost him the match? Potentially. But I feel less confident on that late now. I was more confident earlier this year. Not so much now. Now I'm feeling more like he won't do that, but ultimately he will turn on Roman because they want to do Roman versus The Rock. All right, The Rock feels like the biggest match he can do is Roman versus The Rock. He hasn't changed his mind on that. That's still going to happen. So the question is when and how and where. That's still going to happen. So how do you get to that match? Well, you have Roman be more of a face or a tweener. You have The Rock be the final boss. People are enjoying the final boss character. So you're going to embrace the heel Rock. You have Roman come around as more of a babyface tweener, and you do that match, I guess. Maybe they both stay heel and they face each other. That could be interesting. But I do not think that The Rock will turn on him during the match now. It's still possible, but it'd be weird considering what we've seen over the last month. I do believe The Rock will turn on Roman after the match, after he loses, for sure. But not during, I don't think. Remember how The Rock threw up the L? That was intentional. That was very much intentional. When will that come to play? Will it come into play at Mania? Maybe. Will Seth Rollins turn on Cody? I think that's dumb at this point. It was possible that Cody Rhodes would be turned on by Seth and The Rock would turn on Roman, but now I don't think it makes much sense. I think Seth should stay on Cody's side for now. And I think The Rock should stay on Roman Reigns' side for now. After the match, anything goes, right? But during, I think it stays how it is. Maybe not CM Punk, but maybe Cena interferes. Maybe Stone Cold gets involved, right? Maybe have the big icons come in and they like help elevate Cody and they put Cody on their shoulders and say, Cody, this is a new guy. Here's a new guy. Cody Rhodes, he's a new guy. You have something like that. But do I believe that The Rock should turn on Roman? Probably not. Will he? At Mania. Like before the ending, do I think The Rock should turn on Roman? Probably not. Is it still possible? Yeah. Let Cody take the title off of Roman for the love of God. I agree. It has to happen. It's going to happen. It will happen. Because The Rock said Cody will not get another chance. This is his last chance, so it has to happen. It has to happen. I think it happens. Doesn't excite me too much based on how they are focusing more on The Rock versus Cody in the tag match. Yeah, because The Rock is the biggest star. I'm hoping that the tag match and what happens in the tag match will bleed in, which it obviously will. It will obviously bleed in. But I'm hoping the story they tell in the tag match will elevate the main event, right? Whatever happens in the tag match will elevate the finale, which is to be the last match of the entire card of night 2. And that'll like really like tell the story, lay the foundation for the story being told in the final match. Because The Rock will be involved. You know, Rock is going to be involved. You know, he'll be involved somehow in the main event of night 2. So whatever, there's one big story. I said this yesterday. Like there's 4 matches that are all tied together with the bloodline. Jay versus Jimmy. Seth versus Drew is tied to the bloodline storyline. Seth, Cody versus The Rock and Roman. And then the final, Cody versus Roman, is all tied together. All 4 matches. Which is why I would not be surprised if Jey Uso and Jay open up night 1. So you book in with bloodline on both nights. Jay versus Jimmy for night 1 opener. Close with the tag team match. Night 2, Seth and Drew open. Then close with Cody and Roman. Entire show bookend with the bloodline storyline. Start to finish on both nights. I can see that. Do not be surprised if Jay and Jimmy open up night 1. But I think it's over. Oh, by the way, Cody Rhodes, I don't know how people feel about this. I don't know how you feel about this, but Cody Rhodes should not main event next year. Sorry. My guy, you main evented 2 Manias back to back. He should not main event next year. I get it if he's facing Roman, but I don't think he will. If he's facing CM Punk or Seth Rollins, no. No, okay? Not next year. You had 2 back-to-back night 2 main events. It's time for someone else, okay? We are tired. Let Bianca and Rhea main event a night. Maybe CM Punk can if you have a good story, maybe. But I don't want to see I don't want to see Cody Rhodes main eventing again night 2. I do not want to see it. Will it probably happen? Maybe, but I don't love the idea. Back-to-back Roman versus Cody. Cody, you can take a break from main eventing, okay? Take a break. Do you think it's possible that Roman retains and then Cody wins the 2025? Good God. No. Trident Expressway. Is it possible? Of course. But The Rock said that this was Cody Rhodes' last chance. He said it was his last chance. So I don't want to see that. If it's the last chance, he has to win it. He has to win it. Let it be the last chance for real, you know? So I have Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns. So let's recap all of this, okay? Rhea wins, okay? I'll see it when I believe it. I'll see it when I believe it. I'll believe it when I see it is what I was trying to say. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when Triple H, when Hunter, Paul Levesque, however you want to call him, I'll believe it when Rhea loses this match. I don't believe it, okay? His daughter is not losing her first Mania title defense under his watch. Under his watch. I know she lost to Charlotte Flair, the NXT title. That was under Vince's watch. Vince made that call. I do not believe he's going to make Rhea Ripley drop that belt. He's going to be very much the babyface in this match. Rhea Ripley is coming in with the injury. Becky Lynch is going to target that injury. It's almost like Becky is going to heal a little bit within the dynamic of the match. Within the match dynamic, Becky is heel, attacking an injured limb of the babyface, which is kind of interesting. We'll see where that goes. But I have Rhea Ripley retaining for sure. Next one, this is 50-50. I don't know where it's going. I had Gunther winning, but the way it's setting up, it could easily be Sami Zayn, but we'll see. Right now, I'll go with Gunther just because I thought that was going to be the case originally. We'll have Gunther retain, but because I don't really see the benefit of putting the IC title on Sami Zayn, but it's possible. I admit, I'm not sure about this one. It's 50-50. It could go either way. But for right now, I'll go Gunther. Tag team title match, I'm going with A-Town Down Under for the heel champions. And for your babyface champions, it will be Awesome Truth. Awesome Truth goes to Raw. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller on SmackDown. It makes sense. Sorry, Damian. Sorry, Finn Balor. Your time is up. Split those tag titles, please. For this one, I have Jimmy losing and Jay winning. After Jay wins this match, he's now pushed into the main event scene. He challenges for the world titles going forward. And Jey Uso becomes a actual real PLE main eventer. Jimmy can go back with the bloodline. And you can tell that story within the bloodline with him and Roman. Maybe they come together. Maybe they make amends. But I think Jey Uso will beat Jimmy for sure. We have the match that I dreaded, the 6-woman tag match that I did not want to happen, but I've come to peace with it. I have Jade Cargill losing. Kidding. Yeah, right. Jade will win. Jade, Bianca, Naomi will win. Another loss for Asuka, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Asuka fans. I'm sorry, I hear you. But you're going to lose. They're not winning. The only way... No, never mind. I was going to say the only way I can see her winning is if Jade turns during the match, but that's dumb. Why would you do that when you want Jade to have a big moment at Mania? They'll win. Maybe after the match, Jade could turn after the match in the ring. But for now, I have it simply. Team on the left, Bianca, Naomi, and Jade win. Damage Control lose. Unfortunately for Asuka fans, she loses another Mania match. Moving on to the next one. We have the recap. Rey Mysterio won on night one. Not night one. He won last year. Now it's time for Dominic to get that win back. This is a trilogy. Rey won the first time. Dom wins the second time. And then you have the trilogy where, who knows what happened. If Rey wants to put over Dom, then Rey wins, Then Dom wins, not Ray. But I think Dominic and Santos win this match. Dragon Lee, he's not hot right now. Carlito might be upset. Carlito might turn on Ray because the fans wanted Carlito to be in the match, but dumb freaking Rey Mysterio picked Dragon Lee, so he's going to get what's coming to him. If Carlito turns on him, it's Rey Mysterio's own fault. Imagine Tiffany interferes. Ha! If Tiffany interferes in the match, that'd be dumb booking. That'd be kind of dumb. Like, why? You should have done Bianca versus Tiffany. Why are you having Tiffany interfere in this match? She has no relationship to Damage Control at all. Like, that'd be kind of silly. Funny, but silly. Now we move on to the main event of night 1. I think it's clear and obvious. The Rock is not getting pinned. Roman is not getting pinned the night before the big match. So, of course, Seth Rollins and Cody has to lose. I have Cody Rhodes getting pinned by Roman Reigns. I don't think it makes sense to have Seth Rollins pinned on both nights. That's silly. They're taking away something from Drew McIntyre. So you have Roman Reigns pin Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has to have the ultimate run, the ultimate adversity, the ultimate triumph, the ultimate comeback the next next day, the next night to beat The Rock and Roman Reigns, because Rock will be involved. But he's going to pin Roman Reigns for the 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes is a new champion on night 2. We'll get to that later. It's hard to talk about this match and not talk about the next match or the next night main event, right? They kind of go hand in hand. It kind of goes hand in hand. It's weird. But I have Roman Reigns and The Rock winning for sure. Next one was Seth versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is doing great work. Drew McIntyre deserves this. Drew McIntyre should be champion. Best work of his entire career. He should be champion going into Clash of the Castle. It's all Drew. Damian Priest, do I think he's going to cash in? Maybe. Will he fail? Probably. Because I think they want Drew McIntyre to have a run with his belt and have him go into Clash of the Castle as champion. That makes all the sense in the world. Seth Rollins, your run has gone on long enough. It's over. It's over, man. It is over, Seth. It's time to give that belt to Drew McIntyre and have him run it with it a little bit, all right? Io Sky versus Bayley. This is weird because right now I have 3 title changes on night 1, and that's kind of worrying me, kind of scaring me. And what's going to happen here? Is Bayley not going to win? Doesn't make sense. It's time for Bayley to win this belt because Io Sky has been a background character in the Damage Control story. So you want to have the belt on Bayley to have her tell a new story and kind of shake up the Damage Control storyline right now. Because Io Sky is not doing much with that belt. She's a background character. It's over, okay? It's time to put the belt on Bayley. I say we have 3 title changes on night 2. Night 2 is going to be wild on night 2. 3 title changes. I vote Bayley. Sorry, Io Sky, I love you. You're talented. But it's time to give her that belt. It is time to put that belt on the hugger, the role model, Bayley. The big-time Paramore fan. This is probably the least interesting match on the card. AJ versus LA Knight. I don't care who wins this match. I'm really not invested at all. I have LA Knight winning because he's the babyface. But beyond that, I don't really care or know who's going to win this. Guess this depends on who they want to push. If they want to push LA Knight after this, LA Knight should win. If they want to push AJ Styles after this, AJ Styles should win. But for now, I'm going LA Knight. Yeah. US title match. I have Logan Paul winning because Logan Paul is hot right now with the title. He's doing good work. He's promoting the WWE very well. He has a prime deal with the WWE. Every now. Going forward on the PLE shows, the Prime will be on the mat, right? The Prime logo. He's promoting the WWE. He's very popular. He's walking around with that US title. Let him continue to walk around with that. Why put the belt on Randy Orton, US title? Doesn't make sense. Why put the belt on KO right now? Not going to benefit anything. you keep the belt on Logan Paul, and he loses it at SummerSlam to maybe LA Knight. Yeah, you know. But I have Logan Paul retaining at WrestleMania for a big win for LA Knight for Logan Paul. I believe this will be his first WrestleMania win, I think. So good for Logan Paul. Give it to him. He's earned it. He deserves it. Life of the Party gets more of a reaction than Io. That's cold, man. That is cold. That is cold. I don't know if that's true. But that's funny. We have the 6-man tag street fight with the Pride versus the Final Testament. I believe the Final Testament are going to lose. I think the Pride is going to win. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins will put on the show. It ought to be fun. Good shit. I am not at all worried about the Pride losing. It makes no sense for them to win, for the Final Testament to win. I would think it makes all the sense in the world for Bobby Lashley, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins to win. So that means both black groups, which are the black groups, the Pride, and it's funny because they're both in 6-man tags or 6-women tags. Naomi, Jade, and Bianca, they're going to win. Montez, Angelo Dawkins, and Bobby Lashley, they're going to win. So the black folks eating well at Mania, even though I want there to be more matches, have them spread out. Both these matches probably 15 minutes, 15-minute matches for both those matches. So I want the talent to be spread around, like spread them around, you know. But it is what it is. I got the Pride winning, even though they're not called the Pride on TV. And then for the final, it will be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. It's time. It's done. It's over. The bloodline has to have a shake-up here. Cody Rhodes wins. The Rock said Cody Rhodes will not get another chance to win the title after this, so he has to win. A lot of shenanigans. There's no DQ, so anything goes. Bloodline rules. Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns. Who knows what's going to happen? Are we going to get CM Punk involved at all? Are we going to get Cena? Are we going to get Stone Cold? Are we going to get Jay? Are we going to get Rikishi? Are we going to get... Who knows what's going to happen, all right? I just know that Cody Rhodes is going to become the new champion in Philadelphia. Roman Reigns goes away for a while, comes back, and he starts a feud with The Rock because The Rock will kick him out of the bloodline because he lost. So we're going to have like a tweener Roman Reigns versus the final boss next year in some fashion. Do I believe The Rock will be champion? No. Do I think Roman will be champion? No. But I do believe they will main event night 2 probably next year. And hopefully the women will main event night 1 and we don't get another Cody Rhodes match in the main event of a night next year. Oh boy. That is it, folks. That is it for the breakdown. Tomorrow, I don't know. We may talk about something else tomorrow. I don't know yet. But that was a complete breakdown. It should be a fun show. I'm looking forward to it now. I'm not gonna be a Debbie Downer or a Debbie Downer or a I don't know what the male equivalent is. Like I don't know what the male equivalent to Debbie Downer is. But I am now going to like be more positive about this. The card is good. The matches are good. The Rock is involved. I think Triple H is going to do a good job with the main stories, so the big storyline with the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes. I think he'll do a good job with that. Hopefully the women get to shine. Should there be more women matches? Yes, there should be more women on the card for sure. I feel for Liv Morgan. I feel for Nia Jax. I feel for Tiffany, but it is what it is at this point. There's no point of arguing about it now. It's happened. It happened how it happened. Let's just try to enjoy the show. Let's just try to enjoy the show as best we can. What are the surprises? John Cena, Stone Cold would be a surprise. Beyond Cena and Stone Cold, maybe Rikishi. Rikishi will be a surprise. We know CM Punk will be there. The Hall of Famers might be there. All the Hall of Fame folk will be there, maybe. Who are going to be inducted, maybe. I don't think we're gonna see Julia. Maybe Julia will pop up on Stand and Deliver, but not the main event, not Mania. I don't think. Mama Rhodes, maybe. Brandy Rhodes, Cody Rhodes' wife. Mama Rhodes, yeah. Who else besides that? Who else could be like a surprise beyond who we already mentioned? I don't know. I think that's it. I don't think AJ Lee's making an appearance. No AJ Lee. No Iconics. Nothing like that. Fabulous Moolah? Maybe. Beth Phoenix? Edge is kind of occupied right now. I don't know if we're gonna get a Beth Phoenix showing. Michelle McCool, The Undertaker. Sure. I'm wondering if anything's gonna happen with the women. No, I think that's covered. I think Cena and Stone Cold for sure. Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair. Oh, Charlotte Flair. That's a good call. Charlotte Flair will be there. Miss Flair will be there. Ric Flair maybe, but Charlotte Flair for sure will be there. I believe she has like a signing, like a Andre Battle Royal. I think that's on SmackDown. The Battle Royal is on SmackDown. I'll be surprised if we saw AJ Lee. I'll be surprised. John Cena for sure, but not AJ Lee. But yeah, that's a good call. Charlotte Flair will be there. Charlotte Flair will be there. Maybe a Tiffany Stratton appearance. Maybe Tiffany will pop up on the show somewhere. Give a toodles. Lil Wayne will be there. Meek Mill and Lil Wayne will be there. Both of them will be there. Some other celebrities were there, but in terms of wrestlers, I think that's it. The Weeknd will be there maybe. It's Philly, so it's easy to get there. Yeah, so that's the surprises. So yeah, that's all I got for surprises. Beyond that, I don't think anyone else is going to be there. That I can think off the top of my head, you know. But yeah, that's it, folks. I can't think of anything. Am I missing anything? Surprises, did predictions, did breakdown. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm excited for post-Mania. That's what I'm really excited about, to be honest. I'm excited about what happens post-Mania. Who I think going to be, who's going to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Who's going to win that? Who's in it? Who's in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Andre. We go to SmackDown real quick. WWE SmackDown. Who's in it? Who is? I don't have it up here yet. Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Maybe Andrade? I'll go Andrade. Maybe Chad Gable. Either Andrade or no. I'll go Ricochet. Ricochet wins. Ricochet will win the Battle Royal. Ricochet is hot. Either Ricochet or Andrade will win Battle Royal. I say. Oh boy. Okay, so that is it for this stream. I think I covered it all. Let you think of anything. The floor is yours. I'll give you because maybe I did miss something. But I think I covered it all. I think I covered it all. Hall of Fame. Dar gave us the Hall of Fame inductees, right? I don't remember off the top of my head, to be completely honest with you. Hall of Famers. 124. Yeah, there's nothing new. Nothing new. And Paul Heyman, we're getting The Rock's grandmother is getting in. Because of course she's getting in. Got Muhammad Ali. You got Paul Heyman. You got the Bull. Nakano. What else? You got Thunderbolt. The US Express. And Thunderbolt Patterson. Solid group. All right, folks. I will see you on the flip side. Catch me on Twitter. Catch me on YouTube later on this week. Hope they add a women's battle royal or something. I doubt it. It's over. It's over like Rover. Unfortunately for the women, it's over. Peace out, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll probably have another video up this week about like the IWC and how they're reacting to stuff. But yeah, am I going to stream WrestleMania? I have not decided. Right now, I'm leaning towards no, but I have not decided. I have not decided yet. We'll see. That's a task. That's definitely a task to stream. To stream that is a lot. We'll see. I have not decided yet. But that's a lot of stream hours. A lot of time in front of the camera. But we'll see. I'll let you know. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button before you leave, and I'll talk to you later. Later, folks.